The best way to get better at programming is to practice. And in this example, we're going to look at something called a JPanel, which is a container for other GUI objects to be put into. As always, these files are available for download using the link provided below in the description. We'll pause for a few seconds so you can download it, and then we'll carry on together. All right, so let's get started. Now, extending a JPanel is relatively simple. Just like we would extend any other class, we'll simply come in here and say extends and JPanel. Now, as you can see from this little description, the JPanel is really a container object, and it's designed to contain other GUI elements, things like text panes, password fields, etc. Now, because we're extending JPanel, this is going to make it very easy for us to have a collection that's going to be used over and over again, or maybe called other places. So I might have a large complex window and break it down in sections, each one having multiple panels with their different elements inside of it. If I think about something like, for example, Microsoft Word. In the modern Microsoft Word, we have a top panel across the top that, depending upon what tab is selected, is going to change that panel. Well, that can be a separate entity, and that can just simply put the appropriate panel into that little holding area. So what I would do with this is I would need to have several class level variables for whatever I want to put inside my panel. Like I said, this could be text fields, this could be buttons, labels, etc. I'm just going to go with something very simple. This is going to be a private JButton, and I'll call it button. Now, I may want this private, I may want this public so I can access it via other elements. For this, we're just going to leave it private, and then I'm going to have my constructor. Now I've set my example for constructor to be public. This is fine. I can go ahead and create all my elements in here. You're going to notice I don't have things like a set title. Panels don't have titles, so if I try to say this.set title, there's nothing in here for that. These are just blank little panels that will go inside of a frame, which means that I need to put it inside something. It can't stand alone, but this works great for holding and containing other elements. So if I can't set my title, what can I set? Well, I can set a size. I can say what my size is going to be, or I can come down and set a preferred size, which allows me to say this is what I prefer to be, but I realize it might be different. This is actually preferable in a lot of cases to allow you to resize a window if I need to. I could also go in and create my different objects. So I have button, and it's going to be equal to a new JButton with some text. Now you might ask, well, how would I change the text on a button from something outside of this panel? I could come in here and say public, void, and then I need to give it a good method name. In this case, I'm just going to call it button text and have a string. Then I can say this.button.setText and use that string that was passed in. So if I need to talk from outside of my panel to a button, it becomes relatively easy to do because it is a class level variable. So this doesn't happen very often for things like buttons, but obviously things like maybe a text field or a progress bar or various other things, that would be something that needs to change. And so having those methods and have those ability to change those containing elements is very helpful to us. If you found this example helpful, please give the video a like and consider subscribing so you can see other videos on how to get better at programming.